Hi, I'm Dustin. I'm a respiratory therapist and a respiratory therapy coach. Today I'm going to talk to you about CPAP because some people ask me, I just got prescribed a CPAP machine and I don't know how to take care of it and how to make the air more comfortable. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this in an easy way. So first of all, CPAP is a big step, and the better you care for the machine and your air, the better your lungs and sleep will respond. Because CPAP is just a tool, and just like any tool, if you know how to use it, you'll be more effective. Let me walk you through this in simple and practical ways. The most common machines today are Resmed AirSense 10 and Resmed AirSense 11. They are reliable, smart devices, but like anything you use every night, they need consistent care. How can I extend the life of my machine? Think of your CPAP like a breathing partner. Keep it clean and it will serve you well. Here are some daily routines you can do. Empty and refill humidifier with distilled water. Let the water chamber air dry during the day. And weekly, wash the tubing, mask, and water chamber with mild soap. Rinse thoroughly and air dry. Wipe down machine externally. Monthly, replace or clean filters, depending on your type. General tips are keep your machine off the floor because of dust buildup. Avoid overfilling your humidifier and use only distilled water to prevent mineral buildup. So how do I ensure air is clean? Your CPAP already has a built-in filter, but you can improve that with air quality even more. You can do this by replacing filters regularly, keeping your room clean, less dust. You can add air filters in your room. Avoid sprays, candles, or strong cleaners near your home. These cleaners I'm referring to as bleach, Lysol, Pine Sol, Fabulosa, any of those normal household cleaners, because those have been shown to cause lung damage over time and can also get clogged into your machine. Then place your machine in a well-vented area, usually above the ground near your bedside. Clean air is healthy air for your lungs. So how to keep the air warm and comfortable? Because your lungs love a warm, humid, clean air. Most Resmed machines have heaters. The optimal heat is to help prevent dry throat. Or during the wintertime, it's very dry. Or during the desert time, it's very dry as well. We get to help offset that with a heated humidifier. This also helps with nasal irritation and helps you be able to have more quality breathing. So what you can do to adjust your humidifier. On your machine, on Resmed AirSense 11 or 10, it has a My Options section. You will press the button or press the toggle, and then you go to humidity level. You're going to adjust your levels from low to high. What you're doing is warming up the pan that heats up the water. So you're cooking the water so it evaporates into your tubing and then goes into your air. We want this to be able to have very comfortable breathing. Breathing dry, cold air can lead to headaches and nasal irritation and bleeding. We don't want that. So watch out for this dryness. If you're waking up with a dry nose, or if you're doing a full face, a dry mouth, this either could be with if you're wearing a nose mask, it could be your mouth still open. And then you can apply either a jaw strap, which I don't recommend, or you can do some sleep tape. And then if you notice your throat's sore, itchy, sore throat, that's something to watch out for. If it's too moist, you're going to see water droplets coming out of your mask or your tubing. You don't want that. You want vaporization, not droplets. They call that rain out because it's dripping. Doop, 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 doop. Low humidity or increased tubing temperature. Lowering your humidity or increasing your tube temperature can help with that. How do I adjust temperature? If you have heated tubing, you can increase the temperature for warmed air under the My Options. You go to the same area, you go to temperature, and you go to, if there's a section where it's auto, you change it from auto to manual, and then you adjust it. It starts off at 81, and you can increase it up to higher. You can go up to 85. What I'd like you to do is to try it before you go to sleep, so you're able to actually see what it feels like. You want to have a nice warm sensation. You're not going for hot. We're not trying to cook anything. We're trying to warm it up. Why warm air is better. Let me go over this again. Your lungs prefer a naturally warm environment, and humidity is very good for your body. And warm environment also decreases the amount of bacterial growth. Bacteria prefer a cooler, wet environment than a warm, hot environment. It doesn't make sense because in the tropics, you're considering all the plants, animals, and bacteria already there. We're not dealing with that. We're dealing with water that's warmed and air. In those environments, bacteria doesn't usually grow at the highest same amount. Now, that's what we do to really just help have optimal breathing, decreasing our headaches, improving our mucosa so we don't have any nasal bleeding. Because cold air causes inflammation. That's when we go to the winter time, if it's really cold outside, we're noticing our nose is red, our nose is bleeding. It's inflammation. We're having trouble taking those deep breaths because it burns. That's inflammation. And we decrease that with humidity and warmth. Our main goal is comfort and consistency. If we enjoy what we're breathing, we're going to keep doing it. So simple routines we can do each night. After you air dry your humidifier, you fill it back up with distilled water. We make sure our mask and our tubing are well connected. We run it right before we start it. And then put it on. Good. Make sure well fit. And we go lie down. We get used to the breathing pressures. And then after 10 to 15 minutes, we can then finally go into a next phase of sleep and slowly pace ourselves with the machine. Remember, it's not doing anything for you. You determine how deep and how long it breathes. So you have all the power when it comes to this machine. That's why comfort and consistency is important. Now, after you use the machine in the morning, you turn it off, boop. You take your mask off. You put it aside. What you can do right away is wipe off your mask, empty out the humidifier, let it air dry, and you're done. Then you go off to your business, you come back, your mask's already clean. You replace the water, you put it back in the machine, you turn it on, let it run. What you're doing is allowing all that dirt, that dry, dirty air in there that's been collecting with stuff from the outside environment, is able to run through it. And then it's warming up, getting that bacteria out of there, and then you put it on, boop, and then you go through that same phase again. Because you want clean air, warm air, and humidified air. So continue this pattern each and every night, and over the next 4 hours every night, over the next 30 days, you will automatically get your machine fully covered by your insurance, because you're using comforting skills, your consistency skills, and you're creating a pattern and routine that makes this become more of a routine and helping you breathe normal through the night. Because it will take 3 to 7 days to get used to this machine. So please remember that if you're frustrated, that's normal because your body's getting used to something different. And anything that's different for your nervous system, it seems like an attack, but it's not. Your feelings are just a signal, not directions. So if you're feeling this is uncomfortable, it's just information, not a signal to change. Now I want to show you the machine itself real quick. Here we are. I'm going to turn this around. So this is Resmed. You can open it up. Here's your tubing, humidifier, plugs. Here's the machine itself. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like when I turn it on. So turn on right here. See, I plug it in. Just immediately go to this screen here. See? That screen right there. What's it telling me is we want to go to user mode. That's on the right. Click next. Okay. Click OK again. New to PAP, continue or skip. I'm going to OK. Continue. Skip. Yep. Got it. Understand. It's going to go over the smart app with me. I don't want to set the smart app right now. So now I'm in my options. My options. That's what we got right here. Okay. My options. That's where we can look at these different settings. What you're going to do, you're going to see ramp. Ramp is how long it takes to get to the set pressure the doctor ordered. If yours is 15, it determines how long you're going to get to that 15. If you're going to do 5 minutes, 15, 20, 45, you decide how long it takes to get to that pressure. I recommend 15 minutes at least. And the next one is humidity level. That's what we talked about, where it's going to heat this pan right here. 1 to 8, you start at 4, work your way up. You want to see it bubbling the water and get some condensation. Not too many drops, boop, 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 but enough condensation. You want to see it warm up. If it doesn't warm up enough, you can always adjust it as you go. Just test it around. You have complete play here to what you want and prefer. The next setting on here is mask. There's another section for humidity, actual temperature you can change as well. Here you go. Let's see, under. So actually on this specific machine has a warm-up setting at the top under More's. It allows you to be able to warm the machine up. This is really good to help get the bacteria and the air flowing through it. And you can do a mask fitting set if you're just concerned it's not a really good seal. You put everything on, press the mask fitting set, and it can tell you if it's good or not. Green's good, smiley face. And then under my view, where you see the little sunset or the sunrise, it'll tell you your usage over the night and how the mask was. If it was green because it was good seal or not. What you really want to know is usage. That's really what's more important, and you'll know. And then what you're going to recognize is what I want you to recognize this is over time you're going to feel different. I want you to recognize these different things. First is recognize how you feel over the next 7 days. Are you feeling more comfortable? Are you feeling less aches and pains? And I want you to monitor, so then we got how you feel, and then what you think about it. Do you think this is working? Do you think it's helping you? And then overall, do you believe it's going to work? So those are 3 things I want you to monitor over the next 3 to 7 days. How does it feel? How does it think? And do you believe it's working? And eventually, if you believe it's working, you know you'll be able to make this work for you, and then for the next 3 to 3, 6, 9 months. That's what we really want from you, is to believe it's working for you in the end. So you can use this tool to your best advantage. And thank you so much, guys. It's been a wonderful to spend time with you, and I hope that this provides you the privilege to help you and bring respiratory health into your hands. Thank you, and God bless.